My name is Tony Beck. I'm a partner in the firm of Williams, Beck & Forbes. Our firm specializes in injury cases, both work injuries and personal injury claims. The firm has been focused on representing seriously injured workers since our inception in 1985. Many of our clients have suffered catastrophic injuries at work. This requires considerations for their present and future medical care, providing them with a stream of income to protect their spouses and their children, and payment for family members who are caregivers or who may be rendering services to the injured worker, including, but not limited to, transportation to and from their doctor's appointments, home attendant care, administration of medications, oversight of their financial obligations, and in some cases, future care that may be set aside and funds that may be set aside to pay for educational expenses for their children. These concerns highlight the advantages of using and implementing structured settlements. There are some advantages that are really worth specifying and setting forth in detail. Structured settlements protect the client's recovery. It puts it out of reach of the clients if they're not good at managing money, and family members who may want to influence the use of the money for purposes other than for the care of the injured worker. It allows for long-term financial planning. Typically, structured settlements earn tax-free interest that inures entirely to the benefit of the injured worker. When I say it keeps the money out of the hands of persons who may not have the client's best interest in mind, I'm very concerned when my clients who suffered injuries have family members who want to invest or misapply the funds for their own use, or use the money in risky schemes that could fritter away the client's recovery. You can also set aside money or consider working with either a financial planner or establishing a special needs trust. These are some of the advantages of a structured settlement. However, this is not a cookie-cutter type of approach where there's a sum of money and then there's a monthly payment. Structured settlements are basically blank canvases that can be established and filed based on individual needs of every injured client. They're only limited by your own creativity and the needs of the injured worker. A structured settlement can provide life insurance for the caregivers. It can include payment for educational expenses. It can include payments for a financial planner, and in some cases, money can be set aside for the institution and implementation of a probate plan. One of the attorney's benefits for a structured settlement is that I believe it is a malpractice insulator. By caring for your clients and caring for the use of their future income, you've established a threshold that says you are involved with the future financial planning of your client in a way that protects the client and places the client's interests above and beyond your interest as the attorney. Finally, I believe structured settlements are looked favorably by judges and by workers' compensation judges, in the sense that they know that by setting up a financial plan and utilizing a structured settlement, it is there to protect the interests of the injured individual. I've had the good fortune of working with Mike C. for the past 25 years. During that period of time, my office has worked on structured settlements in dozens of cases with Mike. Some of those, our larger settlements, include a $23 million structured settlement for a victim of a vehicle accident with spinal injuries. That particular structured settlement not only provided for plans to remodel the injured worker's house, but also to provide vehicles and investment funds for his future. Another case we had was a $19 million structured settlement for a construction worker who fell and had a traumatic brain injury at a work site. A $13 million structured settlement for a first responder who suffered a traumatic brain injury after being shot, and a $15 million structured settlement for 2 minor burn victims injured in an accident at an apartment complex. Although these are larger settlements, any size recovery can be structured to benefit any individual client's recoveries. I think that if you're going to have a structured settlement, it shows that you're looking out for your client's interests. I believe any attorney could be well served to discuss your settlements with a specialist. I am speaking of settlements and using someone with a track record and implementing annuities who may have experience working with attorneys and with injured workers. Based on my experience, that person is Mike Z. He comes highly recommended.